Students threatened with a knife, a man lurking by sorority housing, and a hooded man watching people sleep in their rooms. We have VUTV's response to last week's terrifying events.
Plus, there's a scare in the air in Southwest Michigan. We have a look into one of the most popular haunted house attractions in the area.
And it's an absolutely gorgeous day, but I can tell you that's going to change in the next 24 hours.
We have that and more on this edition of 15 News at 5 starts right now. After a week of rumors and speculation on safety incidents across campus, we have some answers. 15 News at 5's Blake Harms leads off our coverage with this developing story. He's live from Mount Street. Blake?
It was right behind me here where officials say a man pulled a knife on two students Friday the 19th. However, we've since learned that was one of several incidents to take place across campus that weekend. VUTV was given exclusive access to a briefing from Assistant Chief of Police Chuck Garber on the rash of incidents that have students on edge. The first confirmed incident involved an unknown subject pulling a knife on two students on Mound Street on the evening of Friday the 19th.
White male, about 40s, a little over 6 foot tall, thin, approached him and mumbled something. The students did not know what he said, and then he showed part of a knife.
This incident prompted an emergency message that was sent to all students on campus. No arrests have been made. The second incident took place in the St. Teresa of Avila parking lot. Officials say a non-student was punched in the face by an unknown subject late that evening. The man then left the scene. City police were called, but the victim declined to file a report. The department also confirmed a loitering bicyclist near the sorority complex that same evening.
We had a bicycler hanging around the sorority house on Union Street between 10 p.m. and 1 a.m. The subject was given a trespass warning or a ban from campus. So if he returns at any time on campus in the future, he will be immediately arrested. We set up surveillance. We actually had officers in plain clothes watching, and that's how helped lead to finding him.
The fourth confirmed incident took place inside Brant Hall early Saturday morning.
We had a subject go into 4th floor, female rooms. He found the doors open. He entered the room and he watched our students sleep. They woke up and then he immediately fled. White male wearing a black hoodie, possibly tall, thin, in tight pants.
And while there are additional events that have been rumored to have occurred, including a physical assault in the 7-Eleven parking lot, a man watching students sleep in Warrenburg Hall, and a masked man chasing girls into the sorority complex, the department claims
there has been no reports of that.
They did, however, acknowledge that rumors have been rampant and the department has seen an uptick in calls. The heightened awareness across campus has led to a few false alarms.
Tuesday during the day, we had an elderly gentleman on a bike stop out there, and we received a call. We approached him, talked to him, and it appears it was just an elderly subject in the area taking a break.
But with safety a growing concern, the department has some tips for students.
Lock your doors to your resident house. Even if you're going to another room to visit some friends, secure it, especially secure it at night. And walking late at night, it's always good to be in a group of people.
We spoke with Parking and Transportation Manager Adam Kloss on what the campus offers for students to get across campus safely.
We offer a free campus shuttle through our office. It operates 7 days a week, Monday through Friday from 7:30 in the morning until 2 in the morning, and then on Saturdays and Sundays from 6 in the evening until 2 in the morning. The overall principle behind the shuttle at night, basically a safety and security feature.
Kloss says the recent events have been keeping them busy.
Over the past week, our ridership figures have definitely increased, particularly the evening numbers have shot up some more.
The easiest way to catch a ride? Simply check into their app.
It's called the Crusader Transit Tracker app. Free app, download it from the App Store. Basically, the students will open up the app, they put their name in, and they can select which stop they want to be picked up at.
Once the student sends the request, the driver receives a notification from their shuttle and will know someone is waiting at that stop. Both Kloss and Garber agree that every call to VUPD is worth making.
Always report stuff to VUTV. If something's suspicious, don't be afraid to call us. If it turns out to be nothing, it's a good day for all of us. Call VUPD at 219-464-5430, and you can always call 911.
Now, VUPD does also have a tip line where students can anonymously report information. That number is 877-988-8477. Reporting live on Mount Street, Blake Harms, VUTV.
Thanks, Blake. This past Wednesday, Alliance held a panel to promote awareness of the LGBT+ community. The panel had diverse representation, so anyone's questions could be answered. We sent Nathan Randall to attend the panel.
Alliance is an organization that supports, educates, and advocates for LGBTQ+ students here on campus. It also creates a safe space for students to explore their identity and to celebrate LGBTQ+ culture. And today we had the panel to have a conversation about all the different letters in LGBTQA and give people the definitions, and then also let people ask questions about what it's like living as someone in the community.
The Valparaiso University Theater Department plans to wild this coming weekend with their second production of the year, Lady Windermere's Fan. We sent Perry Laird out to find more information about the play.
Lady Windermere's Fan is a Oscar Wilde play. It's a very famous Oscar Wilde play from back in the day. It's set in the 1890s. It's about Lady Windermere and her husband, Lord Windermere. Their marriage is starting to get into ruins because of this mysterious lady, Mrs. Erlin, who everyone thinks I'm having an affair with.
I was away at Cambridge, Cambridge, England for 2 years. And actually when I took my most recent study abroad class last spring break to London, I saw this play on stage. And I was reminded how much I liked it. And the students who went to see it with me said, "Can we do it?"
For the Lady Windermere team, I would say we have a lot of people who keep the mood light because we have such a big cast. I really like that there's lots of people that are there just goofing around and making life just a little bit happier, but we can still get things done because we've got Lee Orchard directing us.
Mm-hmm.
I am most excited about seeing how the students have taken a really, really tough, challenging, classical piece of literature and theater and have really arm wrestled it. You know, they've really gotten control over it. It's very difficult, very challenging, and they've done just a really wonderful job.
Lady Windermere's Fan premieres this Thursday, November 1st in the Valparaiso University Center of the Arts and runs through Sunday, November 4th. And this Thursday and Friday shows start at 8 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday shows run at 2 p.m. Tickets are free with a valid VU ID, and you can reserve them online or in the main office of the VUCA.
Last week, we announced our first poll, and we wanted to know, are you dressing up for classes on Halloween? Only 36% of participants said yes, 64% said no, classes are scary enough. Thank you all who participated in our first poll. This week, we want to know, how well do you think Student Senate is doing this school year? Head on over to our Facebook page after the newscast to participate in this poll. The results will be announced next week. All right, and it's just been really chilly and really dreary for the past few days. When are we going to see this break? We got meteorologist Jessica Burns in the studio to give us the answer to that question. Jessica?
Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous outside right now. If you step outside right now, we're sitting in the mid-50s here in Valparaiso. A little bit colder along the lakefront, but out west near Peru and Pontiac, they're sitting closer to 60 degrees. Now, if we look at our current radar, we can see there's not much to talk about. Bright blue skies, just a few blips in southwest lower Michigan and even parts of Illinois, but really that's all there's going on right now. However, in the next 24 hours, I can tell you that is all about to change. We're talking the return of fall-like weather, dreary, rainy, cloudy. I'll come up with a forecast for you for that in my full forecast coming up in minutes.
Well, thanks, Jessica. A man in custody after sending at least 12 explosive packages to Democratic figures. We have the details next.
And the Trump administration has revealed new plans to battle the opioid epidemic. Hear from their next steps after the break.
In a world where entertainment is at risk, one man is given a mission, but he is about to face his biggest challenge yet. He will race against the clock and open doors to new possibilities that will save weekends as we know it.
What are you doing?
I'm looking for free movies.
Oh, I'll help you with that.
Just go to movies.valpo.edu. They have all the best movies, including The Hobbit and 22 Jump Street.
Whoa, it's that easy?
It's that easy.
Grab some popcorn, grab some buddies, and watch movies.valpo.edu's great selection.
A series of pipe bombs targeting top Democrats have sent shockwaves through political circles nationwide. The Time Warner Center in New York was evacuated for almost 6 hours Wednesday after a bomb was discovered in the CNN mailroom. Natasha Chen is in New York with the latest on the investigation and the response from the White House.
Authorities have now confirmed that 2 different suspicious packages were sent with the intention of reaching former Vice President Joe Biden. Those were found in Delaware, and meanwhile, authorities continue to further inspect the suspicious package sent to Robert De Niro. Authorities say a suspicious package intended for former Vice President Joe Biden has been intercepted at a post office in Delaware. It is the 9th of such packages found this week.
Clearly, there's a pattern. It does appear to be very consistent. Each of these packages coming from the exact same person or people, the exact same style, the exact same materials. We have every reason to believe there might be some more.
Earlier Thursday, police said they were called about one addressed to actor Robert De Niro. The package was found at De Niro's production office in Lower Manhattan. Sources say it's similar to the ones sent to prominent Democrats. On Monday, a package targeting billionaire investor George Soros was found in a mailbox. Then Tuesday, one intended for Hillary Clinton was discovered. And by Wednesday, more devices were intercepted. Luckily, none of the packages detonated.
We are fine, thanks to the men and women of the Secret Service who intercepted the package addressed to us.
A source familiar with the investigation says the packages were sent by first-class mail with the return address of Debbie Wasserman Schultz's office in Sunrise, Florida. President Donald Trump has condemned the attacks, calling for unity and civil discourse.
We want all sides to come together in peace and harmony. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. It'll happen.
Now, the FBI has described these packages as pipe bombs, at least one of them having projectiles, shards of glass, and the one that was found here at the Time Warner Center building yesterday had some white powder that officials say may be pyrotechnic powder for the pipe bomb. In New York, Natasha Chen, back to you.
Federal authorities have arrested 56-year-old Cesar Soyek of southern Florida in connection to suspected explosive devices that were sent this week. There are now at least a dozen packages in total that have been found that were sent to a variety of Democratic political figures, critics of the president, and to CNN themselves. Law enforcement officials said DNA found on at least one of the packages helped investigators identify the subject. Investigators were able to track his location using his cell phone. Soyek registered to vote in Florida in March of 2016 and is a registered Republican. Florida Department of Law Enforcement records shows a string of arrests dating back to the early 1990s. Notable among them is a 2002 arrest by Miami police for an offense described as an online reports as a threat to bomb and threatened to discharge destructive device. There's word this case will be prosecuted out of the Southern District of New York.
The Trump administration has a latest step in taking action against the opioid crisis. Attorney General Sessions, along with the Deputy Attorney General Ron Steen, announced new strategies to combat the opioid epidemic on Thursday at the National Opioid Summit in Washington. Among those strategies, more than $100 million in new funding to combat the nation's opioid crisis, including $35 million to establish new programs to provide service services 2 children victims of the opioid crisis. More than 72,000 Americans died from drug overdoses last year, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, up nearly 12% from 2016. The Trump administration deemed the crisis a public health emergency in 2017.
Kindergartners in Tennessee proved actions speak louder than words when they surprised a hearing-impaired custodian on his 60th birthday. The Hickerson Elementary School nurse and teachers helped the students learn to sign the Happy Birthday song. 60-year-old James Anthony said he was touched by the performance. He's been working for the Coffee County School District since 1991, with 15 of those years at Hickerson.
Coming up after the break, Jessica Burns will have your full forecast.
Plus, we'll take a look at this week's Crusader Sports. Stick with us.
VUTV, your campus, your story.
An absolutely gorgeous fall day. High temperatures were in the mid-50s. 56 in Valparaiso as a high, 59 over in Purdue, Kohler up in DeKalb, high of around 54 degrees. Now, if we look at the future radar, you'll see that there's not going on right now. Just a few blips over southwest lower Michigan, and that's just about it with that. Now, as far as future temperatures go, you'll see that things will be roughly what we saw last night. Our temperatures will drop down to about 41 degrees, but will warm up very nicely for Tuesday. Watch this, a high of around 63 degrees. Again, things will cool back off on Wednesday morning. That's because we do have some rain that'll move in. So let's track that out for you. So looking at our future radar, you'll see that not much is going on into the early morning hours, just a few clouds passing by. Now notice though, as the day goes on Tuesday, our cloud cover starts to pick up along with our chances for some rain in the afternoon. Now these showers are going to end up forming a line in the late evening hours. This is at 10:30 p.m. and this line will just track on through overnight Tuesday into Wednesday. Now, if you have any early morning classes on Wednesday, be sure to bring an umbrella with you because as these are moving out of the area, you don't want to be caught in a shower that you weren't expecting to be in. But as far as tonight goes, expect mostly clear skies, a low of around 41 degrees. Tomorrow, a little bit warmer, highs nearing 60, 63. Evening showers though, and if you like 50-degree weather, the fall weather, you're going to love the 7-day. Tomorrow, that's when we do have those warmer temperatures. Rain moves in Tuesday and Wednesday. Now Wednesday, that's when we do have our 50-degree stretch starting. Take a look at that 7-day. It just screams classic fall weather. Highs in the 50s, cloudy skies, rainy conditions. So if you are ready for fall and you are excited for all that rain, you're gonna love the 7-day.
See, I gotta say, when it comes to fall weather and it's just cold and rainy, I call that useless cold and useless precip. It either needs to be warm and rainy or cold and snowy. There's no in between for me. So If you all enjoyed that, go for it. Right. Cool. Well, thanks, Jessica. After the break, we'll recap this past week's Crusaders sports. Stick with us.
Good morning, Valparaiso University. What's a better way to start your day than with a new jam? And WVUR has just what you need.
But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing changed at all? And if you close your eyes, does it... If dying young won't change your mind, baby,
Broadcasting sports, news, weather, and music on air, online, and on campus. WVUR is my jam.
Well, it's the weekend before Halloween, and Valpo athletics look nothing less than spooky good. For the second straight season, the Valparaiso volleyball team went to a 5th set with Missouri Valley Conference foe UNI. Valpo was unable to claim the victory, falling 3-2 Friday night in Iowa. During the match, senior Katherine Carlson moved into the program's top 10 all-time in career kills. We wish her best luck in her future once the season's over. The team was able to bounce back, though, Saturday night, still on the road in Iowa against Drake this time for a 3-set sweep. Valparaiso is now 8-4 in the Missouri Valley Conference. The Crusaders are back in action tonight at the Arc against Missouri State. First serves at 6 p.m. The football team fell to Pioneer League foe Drake Saturday afternoon at Brown Field. A pair of quick touchdowns in the fourth quarter helped reduce the Crusaders' deficit to 10, but Drake nailed down that win with a final touchdown with 3:28 left to play, finalizing a 42-25 win for Drake. You can catch the football team back in action at Brown Field November 10th against Jacksonville. Kickoff is at noon. DeMar Rose, Valparaiso men's soccer team senior, was able to score late in regulation play Saturday night at Evansville. Neither team was able to score in overtime, leaving the game as a draw. This result was important as it gave Valpo another point in Missouri Valley Conference standings, clinching a conference tournament appearance. The women's soccer team defeated in-state foe Indiana State in the season finale Thursday afternoon at Brown Field. A 5-1 victory closed out regular season play for the Crusaders as they finished 5-8-3 overall. Be sure to stop to the Arc Thursday at 7 p.m. to watch your Valparaiso men's basketball team back in action for their first game this season. And finally, last Saturday, Valpo's robotic football team traveled east to take on the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Valpo took the lead with a touchdown run on the first play of the game and never looked back, finishing with a decisive 48-23 victory. So overall for Valpo, this has been a really good week.
Yeah, sports seem to be doing really well.
Absolutely, and I love the inclusion of the robotics football team. It's such a cool sport. If you've ever had the chance to watch it, I know we've had a few packages on air.
Yeah.
It's absolutely fantastic.
It's definitely different to watch and have fun at. So.
Most definitely. I'll have to go to a game sometime.
You definitely will.
All right.
Thanks, Katie. After the break, we will have Jessica's final look at the weather.
What is passion? At Valpo, it's something that pours out of us uncontrollably. It's a late night shot of caffeine, cramming for finals, a jam session with friends. It sees deep into space, turns big stuff into small potatoes, floats boats, and floods the senses. Passion is alive, it has a heartbeat, and it lives in you. How do we know? Because at Valpo, passion is who we are.
Well, I think that's all we need. Thank you so much for coming in. We'll be in touch.
Okay, this is it. Just shake his hand and walk out with your head held high.
Don't mess this up. Thank you. Nailed it. Don't let a bad handshake get in the way of getting the job you want. Find out more at the Career Center.
So, for those of you who are excited for Halloween, I can tell you your Halloween morning will be on the rainy side, but it's looking like things should clear out for trick-or-treating and any festivities. I know you're excited because you're making a cardboard Lego man.
I am. That thing, I've been building it for 2 days now, on and off, this entire weekend. I'm only up to the torso, so
pretty crazy.
I'm hoping I can finish it. But aside from Halloween costumes, we had an amazing opportunity this past week where we got to go, myself, our director Sophie, and a couple of camera people to go to Niles Scream Park in Southwest Michigan, in Niles, Michigan. And I was blown away. I've done this segment. We always do it for the Halloween episode where we go around and tour a haunted house. This one, they didn't just have one haunted house, they had seven haunted houses, and they were gonna let us go through all of those. We picked out some of the highlights from them. I think you guys are going to get as much of a laugh at these as I did. I know it's a great time. You're gonna wanna watch this on loop. So let's toss it to the package. We'll see you guys on the other side.
Hi everyone, my name's Kay Nicolau, Executive Director at Valparaiso University Television. And I am Sophie Hecht, Programming Director at VUTV. All right, and we are here at the Niles Scream Park for our annual Haunted House walkthrough. And this year we're in for a treat because they have not one, not two, but 7 different attractions. It's gonna be awesome. Now, I've done these haunted house walkthroughs several times before. Have you ever gone in a haunted house? I have not. This is my very first time, so I am very excited and very nervous. This should be some great viewing, folks. So first off, we're going to be going into the Field of Screams, and it's going to be very intense. It's a cornfield. It's going to be awesome. So let's head right in.
Good luck, ladies.
Thank you. Wow, okay. There's a lot of, wow. Wow. Oh my God. Okay. That was a good scream. I don't know how many screams to count that as. Oh.
I'm not scared.
It's just the person. It's just the person, Sophie. Okay, yeah. Okay, that got me. Oh my God. Oh! We already saw the person. I know, it's just creepy. It's still going. I'm gonna have so much fun editing this. Oh wow. Oh my gosh. Okay.
What's your maiden name?
Katie and Sophie.
Katie and Sophie? Come on, come on, come on.
We're gonna come with you? Okay. Everything is fine. Are we sure? Finals week is scarier, am I right? Somehow I don't believe you. Okay. Oh! So far, that was the first gauntlet. How'd it go?
What's that?
No! This is our camera.
Whoa, what's that?
This is our mic.
That's my friend.
Someone knows how to use a microphone. Oh, it's just it's other people. It's just people. Okay, I think. Ah! You put. You look. Oh no! No, there's. Oh my God! Oh my God! Over here! Let's go over here! No. Oh boy.
It's scary. Normally you get like 3 or 4 screams out of me, so.
Although that last one, you just kind of held it in.
Yeah,
like
I think I blacked out a little bit. I don't remember that one.
Okay. Oh, it
There
looks
we guys! I found you guys. Hey, Gary.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Goodbye.
No,
Oh.
I think
You're just gonna come and hang out with us.
Yeah, I'll come and I'll help you guys. I'll also do the news.
You also do the news? Yeah?
Yeah.
I like it. Go for it.
Okay, as you can see right now, it is an empty casket, but we don't know where he went. We need to find him.
Oh.
We need to find him. Come on. Come on. Oh. How do you guys think this experience is?
I love this.
How about you? How about you?
I am scared.
Oh, we found him. Oh, we found him.
You got scared of the mic.
Oh. Oh.
Oops, there's two still behind you.
Oh, oh. You're gonna trip, Gary.
Oops.
Oops, oops. Ah! Ah!
Okay.
Trying to run into me, Gary.
He's still coming.
Oh my God, what is that? I made you guys look. Oh.
That's unsettling.
I got the mic.
Yes, you do. We'll switch up. We'll make a lower third. What should your name be?
I'm Chuckos.
Chuckos.
I'm Chuckos.
Hey. Chuckos.
Chuckos the clown. That's your grave and that's her grave. We already got them almost dug up. Yeah.
Perfect, because, you know, I didn't have time for that.
Oh, you got time to sleep now, boy howdy.
You know, we always joke we'll sleep over dead.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, he
you
got
don't even work here.
Yeah, that was Steve. Steve's kind of gone now. Kind of ripped up.
Steve's gone.
Help me! They're trying to be alive! Help!
Shut up, you're dead now!
How bad do you want? Oh. This just in, somebody's dying.
That sounds like the freshman.
It's not my problem. Not my problem. Brah. 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 Brah.
Why did they give you the mic?
Cause I asked for it and then they're like here, so I grabbed it. I got the mic.
You got the mic!
I got the mic.
You got the mic, let's go!
I got the mic, let's go.
Hands and glasses off the face, please, thank you! You won't hurt yourself and someone else.
Ah, noodle in the face, I don't like that. Lala, guess what? I got the mic. I got the mic. That's Gary and Katie's back there, and then there's Four Eyes, and then that's Katie.
I think I'm 4 eyes. Oh, boy.
Anchorman Chuckles here.
That'll be your
These lights are still flashing. Lightning. Sissy! I got the mic! Hi!
What's that?
Chuckles is here!
Grab my hand.
Yeah, grab my hand!
Chuckles.
Okay. I got you guys, I got you.
What's that?
Not much. It never is.
It just keeps going.
You're gonna be here forever.
Great.
I know. Like Tony the Tiger said, great. He's dead now.
What?
Yeah.
What happened to Tony?
He died.
What?
Things weren't going so great for him.
Oh.
How do you guys feel about this experience right now?
We know him. I like it. She doesn't.
See, why don't you like it, Four Eyes? You haven't told me your name, so don't hate the player, hate the game.
I love you, Chuck.
I know, but the people do.
This is awesome. If you want to be terrified and feel like you're never going to escape, this is the place. It's perfect.
Oh, that doesn't sound like Katie. That sounds like a growl, which, I mean...
It'll be great.
You want to know what's more narrow than this?
What?
The road to self-destruction. Disc.
I want to give you your own show.
I know, call it Chuckles.
I think that'd be fantastic.
I know.
What do you think, Sophie?
Oh, Sophie, that's your name. I don't have to call you Four Eyes anymore. Crikey.
I'm sorry,
Sophie, Katie, I got some bad news.
What's the bad news?
Gonna have to leave.
No!
Gonna have to leave.
Oh, well, I'll trade you your glow stick back. I'll take that back.
Do you need a hug, Gary? Do you need a hug? There you go, Gary. Do you guys need a hug?
Sure.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
I love you guys.
Bye, Chuckles.
I'll miss you guys.
Bye, Chuckles.
Bye, Chuckles.
Goodbye.
Chuckles is insane. Love you, Chuckles. Almost through. There's another wave, and then we're Hi. I love your face.
I like yours too. Is that a mask?
No, it's very real. Oh.
Good news!
Oh man! Oh man! You're so kind. I love those so much.
Your entire body just. Your entire body just lurches backwards.
Yeah, it does that.
Don't leave!
I'm sure am.
No!
Yeah.
So what'd you think of the first Field of Scream?
That was phenomenal. Like, I am still truly scared.
We were in there forever. It's so worth it.
So long. It's fantastic. All right. I am definitely in the Halloween mood now.
Absolutely.
For sure.
All right, well with that, we're gonna move on to our next haunted house. Bye.
Yeah.
I think we should make a compilation of just Chuckles the Clown.
I need to find Chuckles, and I need to give them the chance to come on and do like the weather or do their own show.
That would be something.
Chuckles, he was with us for 30 minutes. He was with us. Like, that doesn't give it justice. That was like a 45, 50-minute long maze. And it was just amazing. Like, the detail that they put into that was fantastic. And that was only one of the haunted houses we went through. We went through 4. We're going to be posting individual cuts from each of them on our YouTube throughout the week by Halloween. So if you guys want to keep checking in, it's fantastic. It's absolutely hilarious. And we had a blast. All right, well, from myself, Heather, and Jessica, thank you all so much for tuning in. We'll see you next week on 15 News at 5.